If you've recently missed your favourite show on Hobbymaker, it's really easy to catch up on our website. Simply visit hobbymaker.co.uk and click TV Guide. Here you'll be able to choose any show broadcast in the last 7 days, which you can watch, pause and rewind at your convenience. And to make shopping even easier, any items featured in the show will appear underneath. With Hobbymaker's Catch-Up, there's never a reason to miss out, no matter what time of day. Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk. Morning everybody, hello, how you doing? Hope you're well. I've had a few days off, hope you had a good few days and it's nice to be back for the weekend. Looking forward to the next couple of days with you. And of course, wake up with Hobbymaker through until 8 o'clock this morning. Now the first show, between now and 7, it's me and you and that's it. So if you want to get in touch with the show, love to hear from you. You can email in studio@hobbymaker.co.uk or you can go via the website and just send a little message that way where it says contact the studio. Tell us what you're up to. When we met at the NEC a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago now, lots of you said that you wake up with us, you have a cup of tea in bed, have your toast in bed, watch us. So that's good to know. But this first show is going to be basically a clearance show. So I know on the website it said if you want to, the early bird gets the bargain. That's absolutely true this morning because the prices that a lot of what's on the counter is going to go to are quite amazing, absolutely incredible. And talking of amazing and incredible, the Hobbymaker Highlight at 7 o'clock is from Heidi and Oakwood Archer. Wonderful stamp and die set that you're going to absolutely love. So that's what we've got coming up at 7. This show, though, is all about getting a bargain. Now, there's no real theme to the show. We've got a great hot glue gun coming up a bit later on. We've got some amazing paint pens, some that are metallic, some that are pastel. We've got a little tray that you could actually decorate and paint if you wanted to. We've got some felting as well. And also just bargains like this. Now, I don't know if you've got something happy happening in your life in the next few months or maybe even the next year or so. Maybe you've got an engagement coming up, maybe you've got a civil partnership coming up, a wedding coming up or something like that. I mean, if you are the crafter and you're the person that makes things and people are always asking you to make things and you're thinking, okay, ribbon is an absolute must to kind of finish off that bouquet, to wrap that present, whatever it might be. Now this is top quality. This is from Groves. This is 100% cotton ribbon, and as you can see, it's a lovely width of 2.5 centimetres, 25 mil across. Now you've got Happily Ever After stamped all the way through this ribbon, and when you find out how much you've got here, this is 25 metres of ribbon. 25 metres of ribbon, and when you see where the price is going to go, you're going to be absolutely gobsmacked. But here it is. Again, think about where you're going to be using this. What are you going to be wrapping? Have you got engagement presents, wedding presents to wrap up? Have you got bouquets to tie? Maybe you're a florist, or maybe you just love to make your own flowers. I know lots of you do that. Maybe you use the flower forming foam. Maybe you make crepe flowers or whatever. Or maybe you just want to use this in your everyday crafting. Maybe you've got some fairy tales to tell where they all lived happily ever after. This is an incredible price at the normal price, which is £7.19. There's 25 metres on here. That's a massive amount of ribbon. And when you consider that ribbon normally is a pretty pricey thing, and I know lots of you collect ribbon and have got ribbon collections, 100% cotton too. So it's top quality, it's none of your synthetic, it's all the real deal, it's all the real stuff. But think about where you're going to be using this. You could actually, if you wanted to, just chop it and just use the Happy Ever After sentiment on a card. Stick it down with a little bit of glue, maybe tie a bow with it and stick that on your card as well. It adds a bit of texture, a bit of kind of ruralness to your card as well, because it's got that kind of lovely, kind of creamy colour rather than being a bright, sharp white. Happily Ever After, 25 metres of ribbon. Where is this price going to go? Because it should be £7.19. Now, everything in this show is going to go to a clearance price. And remember, everybody pays the final low price, okay? Now, the product code for this is SEZW17, SEZW17, if you want to get this in your basket right now. I mean, just ask yourself, if you went to an upmarket department store, and you went to the haberdashery department and you bought a roll of ribbon like this, I would expect to pay in the region of between 15 and 20 quid for it, for 25 metres. Less than £1 a metre is really good value. but £7.19 for 100% cotton is amazing. But that price is not what you're expected to pay this morning. This is what this hour is all about, okay? Where are we going to go for 25 metres of happily ever after? And we could do with that, couldn't we, in our lives? Happily ever after. Look at that, £2.99. £2.99 for 25. Can we work out how much that is in a metre? 25 metres at £2.99. That is ridiculous. 2.99 divided by 25. SEZW17. 8 pence. Just over 8 pence a metre. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? 25 times 8. Yeah. No, hang on. No, it's more than that. Yeah, 11 pence. Yeah, 2.99 divided by 25. Yeah, 11p. 11 pence a metre. 11 pence a metre. SEZW17. Good place to start. Where are you going to be using this? Are you going to be? Is this what you've been looking for? I mean, if you're wrapping up, maybe you've got some, some basic brown paper or cardstock. This would look great with that. If you're looking for that kind of ruralish look, that kind of au naturel look, that's what this will achieve brilliantly. But imagine if maybe you are in the flower trade and you've got bouquets that you just want to finish off and gather and tie off with ribbon that's substantial, but also says a lovely verse, has a lovely phrase on it. Happily ever after. £2.99 for 25 metres. We will come back to this later on because I'm very well aware that at 6 in the morning, lots of you are just gradually early waking up. June's already in, Elizabeth in Suffolk's already in. You can buy more than one if you want to. I don't know how many you actually got, but I think, one of you's gone for two. £2.99 for 25 metres. 11 pence a metre. And it is a really substantial, good quality, thick cotton. It's a lovely sentiment. It doesn't have to be for weddings. I mean, whether it is, if you see here, you can see hopefully the thickness and the quality of it. You know, you associate happily ever after with every sort of event in the family that everybody's very positive about, whether it's an engagement, a civil partnership, whether it's a fairy tale, whatever it might be, they all lived happily ever after. It's a lovely sentiment. So that's the first item in the show, but we will come back to it a bit later on in case you haven't quite got your glasses on yet, you're not quite with it yet, you're thinking, oh, I can't be doing with buying anything yet. Let me wake up. Okay. Well, you wake up and we will get back to that a bit later on. The audience builds regularly as we go through the 6 o'clock show. We get busier and busier and busier. Loads of you, actually Elizabeth's gone for 2 of those, so she's paid less than £6 and she's got 50 metres of happily ever after. Maybe that really resonates, that verse really resonates with you. We've all got, I'm sure, our best wishes stamps and all of that sort of thing. We've got loads and loads of things like that. But happily ever after, maybe sentiments you don't see that often. But that is stamped repeatedly along that 25 metres of ribbon. Now, if you go to the website, you will actually be able to see everything that's in this show, and also to get in touch with us, where it says £2.99, if you look underneath there, it says basically contact the studio. And as you can see, Alex, my producer this morning, is just basically, Dave is the coolest. You're a star, Alex. Basically, you send it, and then Alex can then put it on the screen within seconds of sending it. So if you want to send us a message, here it comes. That's as easy as it is. So he did that. Cheers, mate. You're not so bad yourself. If you want to get your message into us, say hello this morning. Love to hear from you. Just go to hobbymaker.co.uk, and that's the way you send a message, and there's no charge for that whatsoever. Okay, now, do you love your felting? If you do, or maybe you want to start felting, and you love putty cats, you are going to be in your element with this. Now, look how sweet this is. I mean, just as a book to make you go, this is fantastic. It really is like a coffee table book. But to be honest with you, when you open this up, you don't think that you're looking at anything other than real putty cats. Because felting is such a fantastic hobby and a fantastic craft. Look at this. Look at them. That looks a bit like my Maisie's a tortoiseshell. But look, that is actually, it's not a real cat. It's a felted cat. And the techniques that you need to do this and the way to actually achieve all this is illustrated in this book beautifully. Look at that. Tummy, back, flat on his back, tummy in the air, paws in the air, absolute symbol of kind of trust and loyalty and love. Look at this. what you need to do it, what the materials are that you need to actually start making your cute little kitty cats, all the tools that you need. And we have actually got a felting kit coming up in the show as well, where you can make your own unicorn. But it really explains bit by bit by bit how you use the needle, the felting needle, and how you then kind of bond the fibers of the fabric together. But it's a very traditional craft that goes back many, many decades, if not centuries. But it's something that, again, you can just have a little practice at. If it goes wrong slightly, you can always, of course, remove some of the fibers and then just kind of start to pierce them again. Because that's what you do. You actually use the felting needle, that I'll show you in the kit in a minute or two, to just basically perforate either the polystyrene ball that you're using, and it knits the fibers together. So you don't need any glue or anything like that. And just bit by bit, stage by stage, photograph by photograph, you'll start to see the face and the character of the cat come to life. And of course, if you've got a cat yourself, you could actually do a model of your own cat if you wanted to. It might confuse the cat. The cat might kind of look at it and go, ooh, strange. Actually, if it has, my cat Maisie is no friend to any other animal. She hisses at other cats, she hisses at other dogs. She's all right with me, she's all right with us, but yeah, other animals. So I mean, what she'd do and how she'd react to this, I'm not quite sure. But she'd probably have a good old sniff and then realise it's not real. But it's a really lovely book, and it's something that you can aspire to do. You know, it's something that the more you practice, the better at it you get. But look, doesn't that look real? Unbelievably realistic. And this book, you know, what would you pay for a book like this? 15 quid, something like that? Well, not today. Today, we're going to give you a clearance price, a sale price. If felting's something that you've seen, but you thought, well, I don't really know how to do it, I need to go on like classes, or we've actually got a couple of felt characters here. I've got one here, actually. Thank you, Michael. There we are, look at this. So this is just a little polystyrene ball with some fibres and some felt, and you basically, with the felt needle, perforate and bond the fibres together and just build up those colours. But how sweet is that? I mean, obviously this isn't in the book, but this is a squirrel and gives you an idea of what felt animals can look like. And of course you can make them as big or as small as you like, it's entirely up to you. But that's what felting's all about. And this book shows you where to do it, the technique, how to bond those fibres in. And you can put the cats in all sorts of different scenarios. Okay, now if you fancy this today, beautifully illustrated, it's a wonderful book. How about making a little model of your cat? £7.99. £7.99 for this book. The Needed Felted Kittens. Really sweet. XNPU07. That's the product code if you fancy taking up felting, or maybe you've been doing it for a while and you've got some kits, but maybe you've used them up and you've got lots of fibres left over. You know, this is quite simply a bargain at £7.99. £7.99, how to felt your own little kittens, which is rather cute. Okay, now let's move on to, should we do the pens now? Oh no, actually, the felting kit, that works on rather nicely from the book, actually. So this isn't a book, this is a self-contained kit to make your own felted unicorn. Now, because of course it's a creature of mythology, you know, there's no rules. You can have the unicorn really looking however you choose. But this is done by Trimmits, that's the company name, Trimmits. And it's a self-contained kit with everything that you need to make your own unicorn. Of course, you've got the photograph on the front for reference, so you can use that to kind of copy step-by-step instructions. You get all of your instructions here, and it shows you exactly what you've actually got in the kit as well. So I'll just lower that down a little bit. You've got the felting needle, you've got your fibres, you've got the polystyrene base to actually make the unicorn kind of come to life. And you get various other kind of accessories for the ears, the horn, and various things as well. So this has got everything in here that you need. If you were a beginner, this is everything you want. You've got your fibres. So this is how they come. You just basically kind of tease them out. There is your felting needle. Now the felting needle's actually got a little barb on it. If I just take this out, there are tiny little barbs that run along the needle here, and it's that, when you start to kind of pierce the fibres into the polystyrene, it's that bonds the fibres to the polystyrene and also the fibres together themselves as well. So you get that included in there. It comes with a little protective cardboard sleeve so you don't pierce yourself accidentally. And then in here, you get all the bases to which you put the fibres onto. So I know it looks a bit odd when you look at it, there we are, like that. So there's your polystyrene base. Then you've got all these little extras. You've got the eyes included as well. You've got the horn there as well. You've got the little ears too. Now, these are actually made from a foam. So all the components that you need are in there. And then basically, you just get the fibres, you get the needle and everything, and then you start to basically pierce the fibres into the polystyrene. And before you know it, you end up with a fluffy unicorn that looks something like this. Now, this could be a little gift for maybe a little girl, someone that's really into their myth and magic. It could be that you're making it for yourself. Maybe you've got like an area of the house where you've got all sorts of, kind of myth and magic creatures. Maybe you've got that sort of theme running through the kid's bedroom. Then here is your complete needle felting kit. Now, this is a stocking filler price. It really is. It may be that you're buying a few Christmas gift ideas in the show this morning and you want to get something for a very, very low price. OYG S24. OYG S24. That's your product number. Should we show you where that price is going to go? It's 6:15. We've already had lots of bargains, but they're going to come thick and fast between now and 7. Here we go. Whole thing, $2.99. And your postage, remember, is capped at $3.95 for the day. So from midnight last night to midnight tonight, no matter how many things you buy, and Heidi's here with Oakwood Archer a bit later on, we've got some bargains with some stamps and die sets, and also some adhesive bargains as well with Heidi in the next show. So no matter what you buy in this show, if you buy something in the next show as well, you won't pay any more P&P. $2.99, is that going to be a little secret Santa gift for someone? What would this be? What would this be normally? What would it normally be, roughly, do we think? It says about 20 quid. Well, yeah, I reckon, yeah, between 15 and 20, that's what you'd be paying for a felting kit. Today, £2.99. I mean, I'd pay that for the needle, I would have thought. But it's a really amazing price, and it's something that maybe you've seen a lot of people do, and you thought, well, I'd like to have a go at that one day, but you're not sure. This is a great try-me price, isn't it? And you've got everything you need to get the shape. I mean, the trickiest thing to do is to get the shape right. Well, you've actually got the polystyrene there. I know it looks odd in polystyrene, but you've got the polystyrene there as the base. And of course, when you add the fibres, the unicorn will come to life. You've got the eyes in there as well, the horn in there too, and the ears. The whole thing comes beautifully boxed or wrapped as well. And it's got its own like kind of craft card carrier that it comes in. It's a lovely little gift bag, but don't throw the bag away, whatever you do, because you've got the photographic guide on the front as well. And you get the full instructions. It tells you exactly how to do the process. And to be honest with you, on YouTube, all the crafts that we show and all the techniques and the workshops and demonstrations for any type of craft, YouTube is your best friend. Just have a little look there and you'll see that there's YouTube demonstrations for felting all sorts of creatures, all sorts of animals. Well, Emma's in. She's got 2 of these, maybe for a couple of members of the family. Hi, Emma. Good morning. Carla in Wrexham, Elizabeth in Gloucestershire, Emma in Worcestershire as well. Oh, yeah, I've already said hello to you. You're all in for this morning at £2.99. I mean, this is a really giveaway price, isn't it? When it's gone, it's gone. But who doesn't love the unicorn? The unicorn, its positivity, the rainbow hair as well, all the rage at the moment, standing for all sorts of different things positive around the world. Carla's checked out. So's Elizabeth. So's Emma. £2.99. It's got to be worth at least. I mean, we're saying our price should be over £20. I reckon between 15 and 20, that will be a good price for a kit like this. But at £2.99 this morning, this is why a lot of you set your alarm and tune into Hobbymaker weekdays between 6 and 8 for Wake Up with Hobbymaker. We'll come back to this as we go through the show, though, and remind you of the details if you're just waking up or have you just switched on and aren't really kind of in a buying mode at the moment. I kind of get that. It's really early in the morning. Now, we've got some pens. Now, if you buy anything today, we've got some Posca pens and we've got some other pens very similar. These are paint pens, and these are just amazing tools. They really are. They're brilliant. They're brilliant for writing on, obviously, cardstock. You can write on ceramics. You can write on fabric with these as well. And these are actually glitter paint pens. They're sparkling colours. Now, if I just get a couple of them out of here, out of the pack, you've actually got 8 pens. 8 pens here. And Posca is a brand that I'm sure if you're into art, you're very, very familiar with. You've got a ball bearing in there as well that mixes up the glitter and mixes up the paint brilliantly for you. The only thing you've got to remember with these pens, and any pens like this, is they need to be primed. So if I just show you here on this kind of white card for a second, what you do when you first get your pen, let me get one that I've not primed already. Let me get a green one. Okay. And you know that these are the glittery ones because they've actually got the glittery tops to them. So if you're taking them out of the packet and putting them in a box or something, you won't forget which is which. But here's one that's not been used yet, okay? So it's got a bright white nib, and all you have to do when you're priming it is just basically pump the nib. That's all you've got to do, just pump it a few times. If I move over this way, you can see it a bit better. There we go. So here we go. So just pump it a few times, and that pumps the paint through. And what you get then is a beautiful flow. Look at the colour of this, but also look at the cover you get as well. The coverage you get is superb. And it's sparkly. Now, if I just let that dry, and I tilt it up towards the camera, I know it's still wet, so that's probably why it's shining, but if I just hold that to the camera there, can you see the amount of glitter that's in there? Isn't that lovely? Absolutely beautiful. So let that dry, and it will dry with a very, very high glitter shine to it. But the thing is that you can use this, as it says on here, they're water-based, there's no nasty smell, permanent as well, on wood, textiles, cardboard, metal, and ceramics. Metal as well. It dries opaque and matte, but has that glitter running through it. Now, it will work on not only white card, but will also work beautifully on your black cardstock, craft card, that's orange, here's your purple. See, even purple, which is quite a dark colour, it still stands out and sits on the dark colour as well as a light colour. But where this really comes into its own, I think, is if you go to the supermarket or a department store and you buy basic white cups, saucers, plates, anything like that, why not dress them up? Why not jazz them up? Because these will work brilliantly on ceramic as well. So you can do all sorts of wonderful effects with them. I'm just going to put a few stripes on here and colour this in. And on fabric as well, it will look brilliant. I mean, obviously, be careful with the washing and that sort of thing. Follow the instructions on the pens, but it will stick onto and absorb into fabric brilliantly. So I'm not in a very good position or angle to do this, but you can see that it goes on ceramic really well. So I'll just put that one down there. I'm just going to do like a rainbow of colour around here, just so you can see. You'd probably do lines or something, or maybe mask it off with some tape or something like that. I'll do it over here. There we go. So normally, an ink or a pen or whatever on ceramic would just kind of wipe straight off. I mean, it will wipe off if you don't let it dry, but if you let it dry, it will then be a permanent fix. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher, but for, if you've just got plates that you want to decorate, you can go to these kind of ceramic decorating shops, can't you, where you go for tea or coffee and just sit there and you colour in your mugs and your plates and that sort of thing. Well, you can use these pens to do the same sort of thing very, very effectively. I've got a ceramic tile in the show. You can use it on those, of course, as well. But these really will go onto so many surfaces. So you've got 8 pens, 2, 4, 5, 8 pens. What about if you decorate pebbles? Maybe you look for decorative pebbles on the shore or in the countryside or whatever, or you found some wood you want to decorate maybe, or glitter up maybe some pine cones, things like that. Maybe if you do Easter egg hunts and things like that and you want to actually decorate the eggs, whether they be real eggshells or artificial. We've even got shoes, canvas shoes. Yeah, maybe you want a sand tangle on your shoes if you're watching Sandra's shows yesterday. Yeah. Things that otherwise you fall out of love with, or you think, oh, I'm just going to throw them away, I don't wear them anymore. You can decorate all sorts of things. If you've got an artistic side to you, maybe bags for life, fabric bags for life, decorate those. Wood, textile, cardboard, metal and ceramic. $29.99 should be the price for 8 of these paint markers. FKM 328. What can we give them to you today for in the clearance? Now, we will have Posca pens in the future, but will they ever be this price again? I don't know. I was shocked when I saw these prices earlier on when I walked in. Look, we've taken them down, all 8 of them, to $17.99. $17.99 for all 8 pens. And remember, all you've got to do is just prime the nib, let the paint flow through, let the colour flow through, and then you're away. Water-based, writing on wood, textile, cardboard, metal, glass, stone, plastic, ceramics. So think about maybe anything glass that you've got. Maybe you want to mark glasses for a party. Maybe you're having a party at Christmas time and lots of people are going to come round. People always put their glasses down, and I'm the world's worst at doing that. Put the glass down, think, is that one mine or is that one yours? And you know, I can never remember. We're all drinking the same thing, and I kind of think, oh, there's 3 glasses there. I can't remember which one's mine. Why not mark them with people's names or little designs or shapes on or whatever you want? So 8 of these paint markers, that works out just over £3 each, I think. No, it's less than that. It's about £2.50. £17.99 divided by 8. So yes, £2.24. £2.24 for a Posca paint pen with glitter all the way through. Absolutely brilliant value for money this morning. £17.99 gets them for you today. I mean, look here at the inspiration. You've got pebbles. You've got footwear. You've got fabric, maybe a cushion or something like that. It could be a T-shirt that you want to jazz up. When you want to express your kind of creativity, then what better way to use these paint markers for all surfaces, FKM328. Now, can I show you something I know you're going to love? The glue gun. Let's do the glue gun. This has got to be one of the most incredible deals I've seen of late. Now, Dremel is a brilliant brand. Maybe you've got one of their multi-purpose tools. I think we've done them on Jewelry Maker, our sister channel, quite a few times. Now, this glue gun, I mean, £66.99? That's not a great price, is it? No. But I tell you what, look, they actually do various different models of the glue gun that's available, and this one is the second from the highest spec. Okay, it's the glue gun 930 from Dremel. If I just show you here on the book, I knew I saw it somewhere. They do a 910. A 920, a 930, and a 940. So this one is one down from the top of the tree. Okay, it's that one just there. So that's basically based on the size. So it's the 930 model. It comes with glue sticks. It comes with one clear glue stick, and it comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 coloured glue sticks. Because did you know that you could actually do arts, glue gun art? Yeah. All you got to do, put the colour glue stick in, squeeze the trigger, and the glue will then just come out and you can guide it and do glue gun art on canvases and things like that. So not only is this a really good workhorse for your general everyday gluing, when you need, maybe you're putting wreaths together at the moment for the festive season, and you're trying to work out ways of putting things like pine cones or dried fruit onto wicker wreaths, and you're thinking, oh, I need a hot glue gun for that. Hot glue is incredibly strong, great for flower making as well. You see all of our guests use hot glue guns regularly, and this one is controllable. And what I mean by that is there are 2 temperatures here. So you've got 105 degrees, and you've also got 165 degrees. So depending on what job you're doing, whether it's something quite delicate or whether it's something quite really strong and sturdy that you need it for, you've got the first setting for 105 degrees and the second setting for 165 degrees. And it's got its own little stand that it stands on as well. Now for a Dremel glue gun with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 glue sticks and a clear glue stick as well. And these are standard size glue sticks. You can get them all over the place. Where can we go with the price on this? Is this going to be a gift? Because it's easy to wrap up as well. And if you want to get a really useful gift for a crafty friend, you don't want to break the bank, you don't want to spend the earth, this price, it amazed me. I'm sure it's going to amaze you as well. 0800 001 4433. It's a free phone number from a landline or indeed a mobile phone. It goes through to our call centre in this building. Look, £8.99 for a Dremel hot glue gun. Controllable temperature, 105 and 165 degrees. Is it time that you treated yourself to a new one? Have you been promising yourself a glue gun for a long, long time? Have you been looking around, shopping around? You can buy budget glue guns for, a tenner, 15 quid. £8.99 is our price today. Where's this? What's the lowest price we've done before? £16.99 was the lowest we ever did. Okay. Last time it was on here, it was £19.99. Today, because you're up early and you're watching Wake Up with Hobbymaker, we're giving it to you at the lowest price we have ever done, £8.99. You're calling through now. Hello, Yasmin. Hello, Julia. Hello, Emma. And hello, Ella. Emma's on the ball today. She's already gone for a couple of things in the show. Loads of you are checking out on this. This is a crazy price. Look online and you'll see glue guns. You can see budget ones for about 10, 12, 15 pounds. Yes. Are they a Dremel? No. Have you got all those glue sticks included? I mean, you just normally would expect to get clear glue sticks with any glue gun, not the coloured ones. So this is not only going to be your go-to everyday fixer, it's going to be your go-to everyday decorator as well, because you use those coloured glue sticks to do glue art. Just get yourself a basic canvas, or even just practice on some cardstock if you want to. And what you get is that wonderful kind of drizzle of the hot glue, but that makes art. It really, really does. Now, elsewhere online, we've just looked. We found this exact glue gun, £23.14. There it is. There it is. We've just found it. I'm not sure what that website is, but there it is. Yeah, so nearly £24. Our price today, same machine, same deal. Look at the price, £8.99. We've looked on that well-known, that River website. Yeah, it's over £20. It's £21.14, I believe, there as well. Today, look at this. It pays to wake up early, wake up with Hobbymaker and get a bargain. £8.99. You could buy two and still have change from what other places are charging you for one. And you've got that brilliant brand name that you can trust. Dremel are a really well-respected DIY company. They produce amazing tools, some that cut, some that sand. The multi-tool, I know lots of you possibly own one of those, especially if you watch Jewelry Maker. Well, here's your chance to get a Dremel glue gun, and it's got a lovely fine nozzle as well. I know that's important to quite a few of you. If you're doing quite delicate work, you don't necessarily want some of those nozzles that are quite large. This has got a metal tipped nozzle that goes to a very, very fine circumference and diameter, as you can see there. So this has got everything going for it. It's got the quality name. The minute you pick it up, you can feel the quality. I mean, I've got a glue gun at home that I bought a couple of years ago, and it was more than this, and it's nowhere near the quality of this. Mine's got a plastic nozzle to it. It may have got a metal bit inside it, but this is just quality. You can really tell. And you've got the two temperature settings there as well. £8.99, you're coming in for this thick and fast this morning. It's 6:30. Has your alarm just gone off? Is that when you get the beep, beep, beep in the morning? If that's the case and your TV has just turned on, maybe your TV is your alarm. Maybe it turns itself on and wakes you up at 6:30. Glue guns galore. Loads of you going for more than one. They make fantastic, thoughtful gifts for any crafter at really a stocking filler price. And remember, once you've bought one thing from us today, that's your P&P sorted for the whole day through until midnight tonight. So if you bought maybe the ribbon I showed you earlier on, or you've just bought the felting kit, or those pens, those Posca pens, you've paid your £3.95. This is a delivered price now for you of £8.99. Patsy's in Surrey, Sasha in Staffordshire, morning to you. Loads of you realising this is just too good to miss out on. And glue guns, you know, they do get a bit mucky with time. You know, it's a workhorse. So after a year or two, you may think, oh, I could do with a new one. Maybe you've got glue all over your old one or whatever. Treat yourself to a new one. Treat yourself to a Dremel. One clear glue stick included, plus you get 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of the coloured. You get, yeah, pink, yellow, black, blue, green and red, all of them in there for your glue gun art. And if you've never tried glue gun art, it's so satisfying. It's so enjoyable. Give it a go. Or if you just want to use coloured glue to stick things, it's not going to be visible, is it? It's not going to be seen. It's still glue, even though it's decorative. And these take standard sized, they're actually 7mm. Yeah, 7mm glue sticks is what you've got there. And you're actually going to get, I've only got one clear one in here, but you are actually going to get 6. Yeah, you get 6 clear, and you get 12 coloured glue sticks. Oh, there's more in the bottom, that's why. Didn't see that. So yeah, someone's taken them out of the packet. So I thought you got one, you don't. You actually get 6 of the clear glue sticks and 12 of the coloured glue sticks. So 18 glue sticks. That's going to get you started. That's going to keep you busy for a little while. And the glue gun comes with it. You don't just buy the glue sticks, although 18 glue sticks for £8.99, not bad. You get the lot. All for £8.99. This is, I think, one of the bargains of the hour, without a shadow of a doubt. And so many of you are in for this morning. Hello to all of you that have checked out. We'll get it to you as quickly as possible. We have got quite a big stock of this. And a Dremel glue gun would sell any day of the week at the full price because it's got that name. It's got the heritage. I mean, glue guns sometimes are unbranded. Anything unbranded electrical, is it going to last you? Is it going to be reliable? It might be cheap. But here today, this price for a Dremel tool, unbelievable value. £8.99 and it's yours. All you've got to do, if you've never ordered from us before and this is your first purchase, you can either register with your email address on our website and do it that way, make up a password, or if you just want to call the operator, easier that way, 0800 001 4433, 0800 001 4433, that will get you through to our call centre above my head in the building, and they will process your order, give you an account, and you're all set up, ready to go. All you'll be charged today is £8.99 plus your £3.95 P&P. So actually, for less than £13 delivered, you've got a Dremel glue gun. And all you've got to do is just quote the product code, SADR96. Just ask them for that, and they'll make sure that this arrives in the post in the next few days for you, and easy to wrap up as well. So SADR96, we haven't got a bottomless pit of stock of this, and the stock is going quickly. Tell your friends, drop them a text message. Hey, that glue gun you were saying you wanted, it's on offer on Hobbymaker this morning, £8.99, and then you can pop it in your basket and check out, and happy bunnies all round. There you are. That's the Dremel glue gun SADR96. Right, so we've got more to show you. Should we do the other pens? Okay, let's do the other pens. Now, these are called Pintor Pastels. So, like the Poscas, these are paint markers, but they are, as you can see, very, very different to the ones we had a minute or two ago. But again, on the front, it shows you that you can use these on fabric, you can use it on cardstock, plastics, you can use it on mugs and ceramics and plates. But these are your pastel colours. And this doesn't have glitter in, so these are purely the paint. And now the price, when you see these again, you will not believe it. Let me show you on black card. Where's the overhead? Shall I go here? Is that right? Yeah, okay. Right, now I've already primed these. So these are lovely colours in actual fact. Look at this. Black card, craft card, royal blue cardstock. Look how bright that yellow is against the black. And look at this turquoisey green. There we go. Just look at this beautiful, look at that. Isn't that lovely? And again, any surface you choose to put it on, no problem whatsoever. Here we've got, oh, there's a white one in here. Now, they all come wrapped up. The easiest way to unwrap it is simply just twist the cap. That breaks the seal then, and you can just take the plastic off really easily, rather than kind of fiddling around with them. And again, just to prime it, let me show you again how that works. If I just tap the nozzle a few times, and bit by bit, gradually, this will start to come through for you. Now, I'm thinking again, Santangling. If you do the tiles, the Santangle tiles, surprisingly, although this nib is quite chunky, it is quite a fine tip. It may be that you want to do tangling onto wood, or you want to do some tangling onto a plate or something like that. All you do is just basically tap the nib until the white paint comes through, and then you'll then have a perfect flow of this white paint here that we've got. We've also got the pink too. Let me just undo the pink one for you as well. And it's just basically gravity. It takes a minute or two. It doesn't make very good TV, but it takes a minute or two. Should we get that price down? Okay. I can't remember what the price is on this actually. £9.99 for these. Okay, it's primed, it's through. Here we go, look. But if you just wanted to do, I don't know, really fine tangles or whatever it might be, you can be surprisingly very, very accurate with this. So whether it's wood, whether it's dark cardstock, whether it's plastics, whether it's ceramics or whatever, you're going to get all of these for £9.99, and there are, remember, 6 of them. 6 of these pens for £9.99, so that is about £1.50 each, isn't it? And the colours are gorgeous. Let me just come back into the centre to show you these colours. You've got a lovely lavender, a blue. That yellow is gorgeous. There's your turquoise. There's your pink. And there is your white. Okay, £1.50 a pen. And remember, the flow is beautiful. It's a 1mm nib that you've got on here for less than £10. FSP282 is the product code, okay? Free phone number. And of course, it's free to order on the website as well, hobbymaker.co.uk. Now, something that you may well want to decorate with the pens, or we've got pouring paints in the show as well, but this is a little wooden tray that we got for you. I mean, that was a bit random, But this could be a storage solution. You could use it in your craft room, obviously. You could put all your bottles of paint. We've got Pebbier paints in the show, in actual fact. You could use it to put your micas in. It could be your ink pad storage that's going to be perfect for. You can use the tray for literally anything you want. It could purely be ornamental. There we go, look. And it's made from real wood as well. And it's not stapled together. You've actually got the correct, I'm not well up on my woodworking terms, but you've got that perfect join there. It's not a dovetail, is it? Do you know what the name of that is, Ollie? That Michael? No, can't think of the name of it. But anyway, it's a lovely thing. And it's wood all through. It's not like a veneer or anything like that. $13.99 is your price. Whether it's a tray for the kitchen, whether you're going to put utensils in it, whether you're going to put maybe some fruit in it. This could be a craft room storage solution. Put your pouring bottles, put your bottles of glitter, whatever it may be. I mean, it's a good size as well. You could even use it if you decorate it possibly. It's like a tray to put chocolates in. You know, rather than having the chocolate box in the middle of the coffee table, have a tray that's been painted or decorated. I mean, you can use those pens we've been showing you, the Posca pens and the ones that we had a few seconds ago, the pin tool pens. You can use those to decorate the sides or the inside as well. You could use the glue, yeah. You could actually decorate with the hot glue on there too. But it's just a tray at the end of the day, but it's not going to be $13.99. 30 by 17 centimetres and 5 centimetres depth is what you're looking at here. Now, I know that this price is good, but I can't remember exactly where it's going to go to. We're going to go to under a fiver. Under £5, $4.99, and you can buy as many of these as you like. They could be, maybe you've got a shop. They could be used for storage and display in the shop. Absolutely. You've got two handles, one on either side as well, but it's a blank canvas. Maybe you love the wood plain like this, that's fine. But if you want to decorate it, if you want to colour it, paint it, do your acrylic pours, maybe you do some of your resin pours as well. You know, it's got a wooden base as well. For £4.99, under £5. If you wanted a few of these, I don't know what you're going to do with them or where you're going to be putting them, but maybe you want 4, 5 or 6 of them in a row or whatever because they look really, really smart. You can buy as many of these as you like. Marion's in, 1 P&P of just £3.95. If you wanted 4 of them, that would be just under £20. It would be $19.96, and 1 P&P of $3.95. But what will you be using this for? What will you be displaying in here? Maybe it's going to be all of your spices. Maybe you've got lots of jars of spice. Don't know where to put them or what to do with them. You could use it as a tea tray. Yeah, you could do. Or maybe you just want to have a tray on the table near where you sit when you're watching the TV, where you put your mug and you put your cup in there and you put your saucer in there as well. It's entirely up to you. £4.99 down from, was it $17.99? NLPQ 32. NLPQ 32, $13.99 was our start price, $4.99 in this clearance. We've got a few of these. If you want as many as you want, you can have as many as we've got basically, and just pay 1 P&P of $3.95. Marion's checked out, Susan's in. Hello Susan in Cambridgeshire, you're going for one of these as well? Well, I'd be intrigued to know what you're going to do with them. What will you be putting them inside them? I mean, just think about how much you pay for a plastic tray. And they're not the most attractive things in the world. This is wood, untreated wood. So if you wanted to paint it, if you wanted to use your Posca pens on it, you can varnish it if you wanted to. If you wanted to tangle on it, you could do that. Yeah, have a tangled tray. I mean, it's literally, it's a blank canvas for you to do with whatever you wish. Susan's actually gone for 2 of these. So she's got 2 for 10 quid or $9.98 with 1 P&P. NLPQ 32. I tell you what though, the star of the hour, not surprisingly, has been so far our Dremel glue gun. That's absolutely flying at the moment. And remember, have we got many of those left, the Dremel glue guns? We're going to have a little look. We have some. Okay, good news. And if you've just woken up, didn't realise we were live at maybe this time of the morning, every weekday, Monday to Friday, we're here between 6 and 8 with Wake Up to Hobbymaker. And then we come back again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon through until 6 with your regular afternoon shows. Okay, now I'll come back to that glue gun again before 7, so just in case you've missed it. We've also got, I say this is a kind of random show, it's a clearance show where, you know, these are bargains, absolute bargains. Now here we've got, hello Spring. We're wishing the year away. Hello, Spring. How you doing? This is a 6x6 paper pad, I believe. Yeah, single-sided papers, but look at these colourways. Aren't they absolutely superb designs? Lovely papers, lovely designs. You've got dotty, you've got floral, you've got damask in there as well. How many sheets have you got here? They're 6x6, and you've got 12 designs, 2 sheets of each, so 24 6x6 papers here. And you can see all the patterns that are inside the block on the front there. These are not bound together, so if you've ever had paper blocks and you ended up tearing them because the glue was too strong on the spine, these are all loose leaf papers. Are these your favourite colourways? Do you love flowers? Do you love spring? Spring's one of my favourite times of the year. I mean, I like all the seasons for different reasons, but I think probably spring. Looking forward to summer, longer days, brighter, sunnier days. Aren't they lovely designs? $14.99 is the usual price. This is a silly price, and I know loads of you are going to put these in your basket when you see where this is going to go. We're knocking off over £10 off that price. Where's this going to go? £3.99. I mean, that's a lovely insert, isn't it? If you want it to be, you could stamp a message in the middle of that. Or also, you could actually, if you've got maybe square envelopes, put that on the front of the envelope, put someone's name and address on there. Maureen in Nottinghamshire. Morning to you, Maureen. You're coming in for this. So you've got the dotty designs. That could be for a masculine card or a feminine card. But then you've got the beautiful flowers, beautiful florals, and the colourways are just gorgeous. Spring, hello spring, $3.99 for 24 sheets, 2 of each. The damask, I mean, that's like gorgeous wallpaper in a stately home, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful patterns. So some that are floral and some that are just beautiful patterns. There you've got your beautiful leaf designs on there as well. And then you've got the drama of the kind of, they're not pristine lines. They've got almost like a weathered edge to the lines. Really lovely, lovely texture. Aren't they gorgeous? £3.99 for 24 sheets. EVGP86 is your product code if you want that. Under £4 for 24 sheets of designer paper. They're also great for your scrapbooking, acid and lignin free as well, so you can put them in your scrapbooks, your memory books, without ever having to worry about them. Now, we've got one more item to show you, and then I think we've virtually shown you, oh no, we haven't shown you the storage yet, have we? Let me show you the tile that I've got here, because this is another blank canvas, and you can buy the tile and the cork base for it separately. So this is just a simple ceramic tile, good quality. You can hear that it's solid. And again, if you wanted to use the paint pens, either the glitter ones or the pastel paint pens on your tile, you can do that. Now, this doesn't have a glaze on it. This is an unglazed tile. So if you want to use any of your pours, we've got the Pebeo paints in the show, the pouring paints. You could use that on there as well if you wish to. But this is actually, is it 6x6, this, or bigger? Yeah, 6-inch square tile. $9.99 normally, ATPQ 26. Not today. Now, maybe you want these to be coasters. Maybe you want these to be coasters to put your mugs on or your glasses on. £2.99 for a solid quality uncoated ceramic tile. Isn't that amazing? Amazing price. And of course, we've got the Pebeo pouring paints in the show today. So pouring paints are absolutely ideal to use on the ceramic, but you can also use your glitter Poscas. You can use, of course, your Pintor paint pens as well on this. You can use all sorts of products on here because it's an uncoated ceramic tile. Now, there is a cork base that is available for it as well. So obviously the tile itself is completely unbacked, but if you wanted to, we've then got the cork base available as well. Now, this is completely separate, okay? So if you don't want the cork base for the tile, but you just want to use it because it's a self-adhesive sheet of cork, we can get the price of this down to a magical £1.99, and it's got a self-adhesive back to it. So imagine these, if you wanted to use them and die cut through them. You could do that as well if you wanted to. But it's with the tile for the same reason that obviously it's the perfect fit. To put a cork on the back of the tile is going to mean that your tile's not going to be scratching your bedside cabinet or your fancy coffee table or anything like that. So it's basically, it's a 6-inch square sheet of cork with self-adhesive on the back, £1.99. A delivered price if you've already bought something because you've already paid your shipping and handling, your P&P. MGPQ 31. MGPQ 31. £1.99, and that's available for you right now. Now, one more thing that we've yet to show you is this. Now, this is a really lovely decorative storage caddy. Now, it will fold flat. So this is a great idea. If you're not always using it for storage constantly and you want to keep it in a drawer for occasionally taking it out, taking it maybe to a crafting group, that sort of thing, if you go out and about to crafting lessons or groups, this is a fold flat storage box. PJQK 37. It's got a rigid base that just folds down, and that kind of keeps its structure, keeps it nice and cube-like for you. It's got a fabric covering all the way around it. It's got also little elasticated pockets either side, both sides. So that's going to keep all those little knickknacks in good condition, you know where everything is. But it's really attractive, and it's got an elasticated belt on the front there as well. Now that on the craft table, there's a lot of love on there, there's kind of cascading hearts everywhere. PJQK 37. What would you normally pay for this? What would you normally pay for this? What, tenner, £15? £6.99 is your deal today. £6.99, and remember, when you're not using it, or you just occasionally use it, it will fold down on the sides and goes down to virtually nothing. But it is reinforced. It's got lovely strong sides. It's got not a telescopic, but it's got a foldable insert in the sides there. And there is a little bit of give to it too. So if you're really kind of cramming it full of your tools, for example, it could be products you put in there, it could be your crafting tools. Maybe you're always kind of dropping things. Maybe you go from the craft room upstairs, downstairs to do a bit of crafting or whatever, and you've got your pens, you've got your knives, you've got your rulers, you've got all those things. They can all fit in there and just carry that down, keep everything in one place. It could be a desk organizer as well for work. You could put all your pens in there if you wanted to. You could actually have your pens, if you've got double-ended ones, you could actually have the pens on their side and put them in there as well. So you keep the ink in the middle of the pen. £6.99. Again, it's canvas lined and canvas covered. It's a really good quality little container actually, and it folds flat and it's really durable and very attractive with all those little love hearts on there. This could be your sweetie container as well, couldn't it? It could be where you put all your favourite soft centres or your toffees in there too. £6.99, PJQK 37. PJQK 37, under £7 in this clearance show this morning. Everybody seems to be going for the Dremel glue gun as well. Yeah, that's been the highlight of the show. That's been the most popular item in the show for obvious reasons. So whatever you do, if you want that glue gun, do not miss it. But if you want that storage, under £7, it's yours today. Okay, are we going to go back to the glue gun? Okay, let's go back to this. Now, many of you possibly haven't been awake for long. It may be that you had no intention of buying a glue gun today, but you're thinking, well, you know what, I've had mine for a long time. Maybe it's not working as well as it used to, or maybe it's covered in gunk and glue over the years. Or maybe you've wanted one, but maybe you've had your fingers burnt, if you pardon the pun, by buying maybe a cheap and cheerful product, and it's not lasted you. It lasted a few months, and you know, it's just not reliable. Dremel. Dremel is one of those names that we've kind of grown up with over the years that we know. They're probably best known for their multi-purpose tools, the ones that kind of sand and cut and that sort of thing. So they've produced a gorgeous quality glue gun here for you that's got two settings. 105 degrees, setting 1, 165 degrees on setting 2, and it's just literally a rocker switch down the bottom there on the handle that you click over. Now we've got some details of other glue guns that are out there on the market. This particular one, this is ours, that we're showing you today. It's £21 on another website. £21.10 actually on another website. And you get exactly the same deal with the glue sticks. You get all the glue sticks you can see there with ours. £21.14, there it is on a well-known River website. Our price today, £8.99. That's why so many of you ordered this about 25 minutes ago. Last time we had it on, we beat that online price. It was $19.99, so still cheaper to buy it from us at Hobbymaker than anywhere else. But for some reason, $8.99 is basically less than half what we had it on last time. It's a bargain. And to get all of the glue sticks as well, and you've got 18 in total, 12 of the coloured and 6 of the clear. Now you've actually got different types of glue stick, whether you're using the low temperature or whether you're using the high. So they've got some low temperature glue sticks in there as well. That's what you'd use on the 105. And then the other ones are for the higher temperature of 165, which is probably the one that you'll use more often than not. And you've got the coloured glue sticks in there if you want to do your glue gun art as well. SADR 96. £8.99. So if you're doing things that are really delicate, but you want a really quick and strong grab, use the low setting. So if you're doing things like, I don't know, very, very thin fabric or very thin paper, maybe crepe, that sort of thing, then probably use the lower temperature, but it tells you in the instructions. But then for everyday kind of really hardcore gluing, then use the 165 degrees, okay? £8.99 is your price. £8.99. I can't believe that we've done this. I mean, I have seen glue guns out there for between £10 and £15, but they've been brands I've never heard of. And you don't get that many glue sticks either. 18 glue sticks and the glue gun for £8.99, whereas elsewhere, over £20 online. We'll deliver it for £3.95 P&P, but that's your P&P for the entire day. Now, glue sticks on their own, for 20 odd glue sticks on their own, £15 online. So you're going to get 18 glue sticks with this for £8.99 and the glue gun with twin temperature setting as well. It's got a built-in stand, so you're not going to end up with hot glue all over the place. But Dremel is a brand you know, you've heard of, you've maybe got some Dremel tools in your workshop or in your craft room already. You know, Dremel has been around for a long time. I've grown up with Dremel all my life, I think. 1932, Dremel was founded, so there we go. That's why it's been a name in my mind ever since I was a kid. So here today, a brand new glue gun in the box. So if it is a gift, you can wrap it easily. No worries there. It's a clearance show. When this is gone, if we get more stock in, it's not going to be $8.99. Wow, what a deal today. Glue gun art. You may have seen some demonstrators over the years on Crafting TV do glue gun art. If you get a canvas and just basically have a practice on paper first or cardstock first, but then with the coloured glue sticks, you can do some amazing effects. You really, really can. There it is. This is some glue gun art. This kind of gives you this sort of idea as to what you can do. Look at this. It's amazing, isn't it? Who'd have thought that that all comes from a glue gun? And some artists actually do glue gun art and then sell their art in galleries and things like that. So have a go. Whether you're just buying it for a workhorse to stick things together, which is what you need to do, isn't it? Everyone needs a hot glue gun. Or whether you're buying it to decorate and paint and colour with it, it's entirely up to you. But one of the bargains of the morning to get all 18 glue sticks and the glue gun all boxed for $8.99. Don't miss out on it. Okay. We've got a little break on the way, and then we've got our Hobbymaker Highlight for today coming from Oakwood Archer. The lovely Heidi joins us again as well. I haven't seen Heidi in ages, so I'll be back with Heidi in a couple of ticks. Don't go away. If you've recently missed your favourite show on Hobbymaker, it's really easy to catch up on our website. Simply visit hobbymaker.co.uk and click TV Guide. Here you'll be able to choose any show broadcast in the last 7 days, which you can watch, pause and rewind at your convenience. And to make shopping even easier, any items featured in the show will appear underneath. With Hobbymaker's Catch-Up, there's never a reason to miss out, no matter what time of day.
Get ready to make the season brighter than ever and craft your Christmas live with Sarah. Join us for the most fabulous and festive night out as Sarah takes to the stage to show you how to turn your home into a winter wonderland. Cozy, bright and full of magic, Christmas is Sarah's favourite season, and she's got so many fantastic tips, money-saving tricks and creative ideas to bring your handmade Christmas to life. Find out how to reuse pieces from around the home and craft with your family to light up the festive season with joy and sparkle. From beautiful baubles and surprises to hang on the tree to the cutest cards for friends and family. Give a little more with your gift wrapping, craft keepsakes to cherish and make your Christmas table look extra special. We'll be touring 13 theatres up and down the UK from the 19th of November till the 11th of December. Tickets start from just £30 with VIP packages also available. You're all invited to craft your Christmas, so head over to Ticketmaster to book your seat today.
Are you having trouble finding the perfect gift? Then why not treat them to the new gift card from Hobbymaker at hobbymaker.co.uk. Simply scroll down to the bottom where it says gift cards, click and you'll be taken to the right place. Decide between posting the card or delivery by email and then decide how much you want to add. You choose the value. So what do you get the crafter that's got everything? Why not treat yourself or them to the Hobbymaker gift card?
If you want to search our website for your favourite brands, simply go to hobbymaker.co.uk, click on Brands, And you'll find all your favourite items all in one place. Shopping made simple with Hobbymaker.
I am Sandra Rushton and I am the owner of Sandtangle, which is a small business in Lincolnshire, where it's only been going 3 years or so, but we're really passionate about what we do. So it's a very mindful form of art. That's its basic core. So if you can hold a pen and draw a line, you can tangle. And it's about that mindfulness, that relaxation, and about you having a moment just for you. But as a result of you having that moment and putting pen to paper, you can create wonderful works of art. We do a lot of live videos, so we're very invested in education. We like to have people come to classes, but then of course the products that I design, we make ourselves. So we're involved in every step of the way, from the very first drawing to how it goes onto the computers, to how it's machined, to even books that we still hand make. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go. It's the start of something new, and I feel that. I feel that it's something exciting, and I'm so glad I'm in at the beginning, because I don't know where it's going, but it's only going somewhere good. And this is the place for me.
Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk. Morning everyone, yes, just after 7 o'clock, and welcome on this Friday to our Hobbymaker Highlight. We do this every morning, or weekday mornings anyway, between 7 and 8, and then I'll have a repeat of it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So those of you that can't watch the afternoons can watch the morning. Those of you that can't watch the morning hopefully can watch the afternoons. And the Hobbymaker Highlight today is a brilliant deal on something from Oakwood Archer, which is a brand that we're really proud to have here at Hobbymaker. Lovely Heidi's here as well, bringing chocolate, as she always does, or often does.
Got to bring you treats.
Oh, it's lovely. Good to see you, right?
Thank you, yes. Are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
Lovely.
And you demonstrate for Oakwood Archer?
I do, yeah. I'm on the DT and I do demonstration for them, yes.
And basically, they're a wonderful company that kind of encompasses so many types of art and craft.
Oh, yeah, they do everything from soft crafts to card making to mixed media, and they bring in different companies from all over the world, which is great for us as a DT, because you never know what you're going to get to work with.
And that gives us great variety on
Exactly, and it all works together as well. I find you can put it all together and it works for people at all levels, which I like as well, for new crafters. So I think sometimes we think, oh, they know that. And, you know, for somebody new, you need to sometimes start from the beginning. Even for us seasoned crafters, we forget things.
Absolutely. Now, what we've got for you today is the Hobbymaker Highlight. If you love your garden, you're going to be in your absolute element with what we've got in front of us here today, because you've got actually 4 sets of stamps and 4 sets of matching dies, all to do with the garden. You've got everything from like the trugs and the wheelbarrows to your pots and your foliage, your wreaths. It's all in here. And they should be $139.92, but they're not going to be anywhere near that, I can tell you. A special price on these. If I just show you, though, some of the cards that are here. We talked about the design team. Well, Heidi's actually done this one using the wreath stamp, which you can see here, which is absolutely lovely. And think about what you stamp onto. Bearing in mind we're talking gardens, we're talking kind of rural and rustic. Look at this, a bit of Hessian. You can stamp and colour fabric with these as well. This is the beautiful wreath as well. So it could be an autumnal wreath, it could be a Christmas wreath, it could be a summer wreath. People seem to have wreaths all year round now. Sarah John Allen's done this one. There's your kind of outside, it's like a garden organiser table, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I think they call it a workbench. That's it. Yeah, with all your potting and things. Yeah, it's really pretty.
Sarah's done this one as well. And of course, you've got all of your utensils and tools that you need. You've got the fork, you've got the watering can, the trimmers. I mean, look at this fantastic wheelbarrow with all the flowers and the foliage in the middle of it as well. Look at that. Again, Heidi's done this one. And what about embossing powder? Look at that beautiful wreath with some gold embossing powder. Now, you can buy the die and stamp sets individually if you want to for $17.99, okay? So just to give you a heads up about that, if you don't want to go for the whole set. But if you do go for the whole set, that's where you get the best saving, that's where you get the best value. So basically all the dies on the top there match perfectly all the stamps at the bottom, and you are going to get the most incredible price. Not $139.92. Should we show you what the Hobbymaker Highlight is going to be? Let's get that price down. If you want all 4 sets of stamps, all 4 sets of dies, here we go. Watch those arrows. $49.99.
Wow.
Under £50 for all of those stamps and all of those dies. I mean, are you a gardener?
A little, not great. I normally push it to my husband. I like to see it, and I don't mind doing little tubs and hanging baskets, but I'm not a big getting in all the muck and things.
You like to dabble?
Yeah, a little dabble.
Dabbler.
I like to see it. I like all the prettiness. I don't like have the nails to protect.
Now, look at all of these. Look at all the beautiful images in the stamps, and of course the dies will cut out those stamped images to perfection every single time. Here's the wheelbarrow and the flowers, and you've got the foliage there, the leaves as well. So you can build up wonderful collections of flowers, wonderful displays of flowers if you want to as well. Look at these. And what a price. Under £50, or if you just want the set of dies and set of stamps together, maybe just the wreath ones, you've got those on our website for £17.99, okay? So have a little look. They're all on the website now where it says available in the show. You'll see them all listed there. Now, Jane's got in touch. Hello, Jane, good morning. Jane in Staffordshire, she says, morning, Dave and Heidi. It's so lovely to see my switchboard buddy on the telly box. Hope you both have a lovely day and happy crafting to all.
Morning, Jane.
That's Jane you work with, yeah?
No, it's a friend who does the same job as me elsewhere.
Oh, okay.
But she's a crafter. She's a really good crafter. Oh. Hi, Jane.
Morning, Jane. Nice to know you're watching.
Oh.
We'll send her back to you soon, don't worry. Now, Heidi, can we do something with them?
Yeah,
they're
sure.
great to work with and fun to work with.
Oh, wonderful. You get so many as well, and I love all the detail. They've really gone to town on the detail with these. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut out some of the, I'm going to look, let me just get this card. Thought we're going to do something a bit like that one. Let me just get there.
Oh, I like that.
Can you see all the little tools? So you can kind of play around with it and do it to your own sort of, your own background. I mean, the other stamps, you could make a scene up with the other stamps in the background, but this is just to show you something you can do with the dies.
You've used mirror card there for the...
Yeah, I've used or you could use the, this has got like an iridescence, but you could use like plain silver, you could use a gold. But why not ink them yourself if you've got silver inks? You know, use whatever you have. We don't want you to have to go out and buy lots of extra things. Use the products that you have in your stash, okay?
Yeah.
So the way these are so easy to work with. So thank you today for lending me your Gemporia. I don't like bringing mine in the car, just worry about dropping it.
Yeah, I
it's
get
so
that.
precious.
Well, you come such a long way as well. So.
Yeah, and it's it's my precious machine. So all I've done is layered the dies onto the mat. That's onto the mat all together. Mm-hmm. And then you don't really need to tape these down, to be honest, because I think they go through quite easy. So I'm just going to put them through.
I'm thinking as well, you know,
so quiet, that machine.
If you think about what type of card you like to make and who you're making the card for, or whether it's cards that you're going to sell, who doesn't love their garden or the allotment or just having flowers, anything floral? I mean, you're going to get so many requests, and you're going to use these day in, day out.
This is it. I love them. I love to sit. I mean, my husband will tell you, when we're in the car, oh, look at that garden, look at that garden. He'll say, but you won't do the work to make it. I said, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I can make the cards.
Yeah.
So what I want to show you how easy, look, these just drop out of here. They cut out so easily. So what I would suggest is, I mean, I've just done them in white just to show you how lovely they are and dinky when they cut out. So what you could do, if you've cut them in white, you could spray, use your sprays, you could ink them, or you could ink your card first with brown ink or whatever colour. I mean, one idea I had in my head was to maybe do a rainbow. You know, do them all different colours. Go way out there, why not? Mm-hmm. So,
and of course, the negative now, you've got that as a stencil if you want to.
Well, that's what I'm going to use.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just put those on one side. So what I've done here I've cut out in one set in brown And this is the American crafts cardstock that you had.
Yeah.
So I love that in brown. So I've cut that out. So the way to do it is to do, I like to have it brown with the silver for the tool, the end part. You know, like you do a traditional tools. So it's simple to make up. So all you need to do is, so for your fork, you want to work out, if you look in detail, there's a little bit where it slightly goes in. You might not catch it on the camera, but you'll see it in person when you're cutting it.
Okay.
And you want to cut it just there. And then what we want to do is just grab some glue.
I tell you what, if you're in the market for double-sided tape or red liner tape, we've got an offer in this show that is going to blow you away. Incredible.
Yeah,
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'll be using that as well. Yeah. So I'm using the wet glue for this just because it's so detailed. I think when you're doing tiny detail work, I like a wet glue because you can manoeuvre and move around. So I'm just going to squeeze that together. So I mean, how cute is that? Yeah. It just looks like a real garden. I love it.
Really, really.
You can make lots of them up. That's what I've tended to do. I've got a bag somewhere. I've made quite a few up, so I've got a few ready. So I'm just going to do the spade in the same way. Again, with the spade, it's a bit easier to see. There's a slightly goes where the wood would change to the metal. There is a slight dip there. So I'm going to cut across. But don't get rid of the bits that you've cut off because you've got a handle there, so we can make shorter spades. So, you know, do all different things with them. So what I'm going to do now is stick that onto there. So we've got our little spade, which is really cute. I love these. They're just so cute. So I've already done the, what do you call the cut? What do you call? Oh, gone blank. The cut.
Oh, the
cutters for the garden.
Yeah.
Like
pruners.
Pruners. That's it. That's it. You see, I'm not a very good gardener, am I? I should know that. Right, so I'm just going to press that down. So what I've done the little trowel, and I just think these are so cute. And you could do that as a little fork as well. Yeah. There's so many different ways, and I'm thinking you could use this fork as a table fork. You know, if you do it in a different format, cut the end off. Yeah, so many different ways. So I'm just trying, I ain't put a lot of glue on that, stick that down. So I'm going to put that to one side and let those dry. I'm going to bring in a card blank. Now, for TV purposes, I like to use a larger card because I think it just shows it's clearer for you to see. But if you don't feel happy on the 8x8, go for a 6x6, or you can do this really on any shape. Okay. So then what I've done, as you see, the part that I've cut out, I'm then going to use this as a stencil, okay? Yeah. But what I've done is show you these as well. I've also done some, I just want to show you where I've done it on silver. So don't throw these away either, because I would cut that out and use them on cards. Just wanted to show you that, okay? Excellent. Yeah. So then what we're going to do, like you can see on the card I showed you, we're going to do a background. Now you can do this completely randomly. It doesn't have to be in any set way. It's however you want your card to look. So we're going to grab, now you can work with a brush, you can work with any tool, whatever tool you've got handy. I'm just putting the lid on my glue, because they don't block these Oakwood. I think these on the website, they don't block, and it tends to, sometimes it will come out if you leave it. So always put the lid on things. Yeah, I've learned that lesson. Okay, so for this, I'm using a distressing. This is ground espresso, but I know you do have, oxide. And I know you do have some oxides and distressings on there. This is distress, not oxide. I get them mixed up because they're two different types. So we use the distress, but you can use the oxide. To be honest, any brown ink. Okay, don't go out there and spend money on one. Use what you've got. So what we're going to do, I'm using a brush. I just find this brush quite easy and fun. Also, I think it provides you with a little bit of shading. Well, I know loads of you have got those type of blending brushes now from us. So that's it. And if you haven't, maybe you've got one of these daubers. There's so many, and there's the finger daubers. A lot of people have those. Yep. Use whatever you have. Don't worry, like I say, about getting something extra. And then if you look at that now, I love how it shades. Yeah. It's just so simple. And then what I would do is go round and do them at different angles. So we'll go sort of on a slant. Don't worry if you go over the line. If you're worried about doing that, what I suggest you do is cut them out further apart. or do them separately, you know, make separate stencils. Obviously, they're only card, they're not a full stencil. If you wanted to make a stencil with them, you'd have to cut them out of something like Milo, something thicker.
I don't think a lot of us think about using our die cuts as stencils. Why not?
No, and you should.
Yeah.
It's a multi-tool. I always say to people, when you're looking and you want to buy a craft product, you want something that does a lot of different things. You don't want a one-trick pony. You want, oh, I can do this with that, I can do that. And don't throw your bits away. Look at them and think, right, what can I... And maybe something completely not even gardening related. Like I said, the fork, I looked at that and I thought, I could do if I was doing a cupcake.
Chop the handle off.
Yeah, chop the handle off, I could stick the fork in a cupcake. Yep. There's so many different ways that you can work your dies and stamps together. And at Oakwood, what I love about them as well, they're very happy about us using other people's products with theirs to make them work together. They want you to do that, and I love that about them.
Well, I do too, because I mean, let's face
great.
it, although we've all got our favourite brands, I'm sure, a craft room is full of lots of different products from lots of different places and people.
Yeah,
so.
And we can't afford everything from everybody. No. So I think if you like sort of like glue from someone or something from someone else, and each company doesn't do everything. So it's nice that you can go around and sort of pick which products you want to work together. The thing I like about these also, I think they're timeless.
Yeah, that's true.
They're never going to go out of... They're not something that will come in. Sometimes there are trends in crafting, which is lovely, and I love to do that. But this is something that it works for anybody. It works for male or female. It works even somebody that isn't into gardening to make cards for somebody that is, or for the price they are, split them. I mean, a gift for a crafter, stamping and die set.
Maybe you are into your allotment, maybe you grow your own, or you know someone that does. You know, everyone, whether you just appreciate gardens, whether you're really good at gardening, these stamps and dies are going to go a long way. They're going to really, really be useful for you. And as I said earlier on, they are available in 4 individual sets as well, which when we've done the demonstration, we'll go through those for you. They're £17.99 if you just want to cherry pick.
Just put that on one side. So I'm just going to do now a really, really simple, there's no particular artwork in this or anything, it's just a really simple background. Because I know I've heard crafters say, oh, but I couldn't do that and that's a bit, but you can. Yeah. It's just about playing. This is a piece of card. It's not expensive. If it goes wrong, you can turn it over or just throw it away and get another one. That's what I always say to people. Yeah. So
no one's been hurt, it's just a bit of card.
That's it. I'm using the ground espresso on my glass mat. I'm just using it as a paint. Use your watercolour markers, pens, whatever you have. And all I'm going to do, I'm just going across and making it's just to give it some ground, just a little background. It's nothing, like I say, you can see, quick and easy, but it still has, it looks slightly layered, and once it's finished, it will look effective.
And don't overthink it, just kind of go for it.
No, don't overthink it, because I think that's what most people do. And then you're worrying and thinking, oh, it's not good enough, or it doesn't work. Yeah, it does. It's handmade, it wants to be individual. So then I'm using, these are I think you do sell these, the tricolour from the Crafter's Companion.
Oh yeah, we sell those.
Yeah, I love these. Yep. So just a little bit of green. I like these because you can just scribble on your glass mat and then just water it down. So we're going to go with a bit of green, just similar the same. And then we're going to go with a blue.
You're a very clean crafter. You kind of clean up after yourself.
Yeah, I do. I think because I used to have such a small craft space, I've got a lovely craft room now, which is fantastic, but I used to have such a small space. And I think as well, when I'm making them to sell or as a gift, I don't want to get ink on the back, because I see often people demonstrating, and you do get dirty when you're demonstrating. But at home, I'm so like, I don't want to get that dirty, and it's dirty. So, and that, as you can see, that is really, really simple. Yeah, and I normally, if it's me oxides or anything, I do go back with card and do a background. Yeah. I don't often, to be honest, waste it. If there's only a tiny bit there, that's why. But no, don't waste your inks. No. Always, I have a packet somewhere over there where it's full of backgrounds or part backgrounds, and I build them up. And when they're ready, I then use them for a card.
Good idea.
I do that all the time.
And then there's no waste.
Exactly. I can't do with waste. Not in this day. No, don't waste your products. So I've picked a couple of the little, these are just the little plant pots. I'm using a VersaFine Clay. If you haven't got that, you could still use your ground espresso oxide or distress, whichever you've got. I tend to use the distress and the oxide, depending on what product I'm working with. They both have a lovely effect. But the VersaFine Clay for me are for when you want the crisper images.
Okay. And that's a permanent ink, isn't it, or not?
It's not permanent on sort of, you can't use it on porous, non-porous, like glass, things like that. But once it's down on your card, it's down, yeah. And it's just so crisp. So I'm doing a bit of generation. This is just to give us a little bit of background. Yeah, when these VersaFine Clay came out, I was like, oh, they're fantastic. So all it is if you've got on the floor, I'm doing this card as if you're about to start your potting. This is when you're nice and neat at the beginning, she says. Now, I do hanging, I like hanging, but I love hanging baskets.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then you go on there and you stick these wherever you think you would like them on the card. There's no, like I say, I always say that with my work, nothing is ever set in stone. I'll go there, so that's leaning.
Kind of make it up as you go along, very
This is what I do, yeah. I'm very, because I think when you're doing a demo, should you plan? Yes, to an extent. But then when I get to it, I'm thinking something else will pop up in my head, and I think that's what us crafters do. Yeah, so this probably won't look anything like that one when I've finished. And then what I'm sort of doing is
You don't want them to all look the same. It's nice to have them, each one individual.
Yeah, I just think, well, I don't think I've ever done 2 cards the same. I can't do it. And I do a lot of the animal charity shops.
Do you?
Yeah, I do a lot of, because the Nice Crafting was on here the other week and I bought some of their cat one. Yeah, I love cats and dogs and I do for the charity shops.
Brilliant.
So I have to do quick ones.
Right.
So I have to get in a routine where I'm doing really quick and easy cards.
Do they sell really well?
Yeah. Well, they've run out. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm coming. Yeah, then what we're going to do an edge. Yeah, well, animals are my thing.
Right.
My cats and my dogs. And I've only got cats, but I love all animals.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, very important to me. Right, so I'm going to go around the edge.
It's nice that you can do your bit and raise some funds for
Well,
them.
this is it. And I haven't got to give them a lot of money, but if I can give them time, I feel that's more important. And that's with a card, a handmade card. The time and love that goes into it is special.
Yeah.
It's really special.
You've had the enjoyment of making it.
That's
and then
it.
you have that enjoyment knowing it's doing some good.
And I love sort of thinking, right, so for that person, what do they like doing? Right, if they like gardening or they like, I don't know, whatever subject, and then looking through my stash and thinking, right, what can I do for them? And if I haven't got that item, using something I've got and changing it to something, I love it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here, I'm using one of the doves. I'm just going gently around the edge. You can, if you haven't got the dove and you've got the brush, you can go around with the brush. I found the difference. This just seems to get stronger colour. Where you get a lighter colour with the brush.
If you go around the edge with the brush, the edge goes into the brush.
Yeah, it's not as neat.
No.
I do prefer using. So there you've got sort of a little display. Then what I'm going to use is, this is Where Flowers Bloom, Love Grows. This is from the, it's on there. It's one of the stamps. What I do, I use them all together.
Okay.
I have merged them all together. It's is it the one with the wheelbarrow, that one?
I can't see.
Well, I'll find
When we
it.
do them individually,
Yeah,
we'll see exactly
we'll
what's
find
in
it,
there.
yeah. So that's Where Flowers Bloom, Love Grows. And I like this one because this is, for me, this is at the beginning as you're starting. And I think this could also go for, this could be for, you know, if you've got someone that works on an allotment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make this feminine and pretty, just going to sort of leave it. So that will go on there like that. And then what I'm also going to do is edge my card. You'll notice I like doing this on my squibbly lines. It's something I enjoy doing.
It kind of
I
gives
think
it
just
more of a
makes
rural
it
finish,
pop.
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes it pop. So you can actually, I'm going to use I think is this tape on the show?
It is.
Yeah, this is
I'll give you the deals on the double-sided tape and the red liner tape in a second. It's going to blow your mind when you see the price.
Yeah. So we brought you last time an easy lift tape. This one is thicker. This is in, as you can see, I don't know if you can catch that on the telly, there's quite a big gap at each side, which makes it so easy to lift. I know it is easily, and it tears. And I've had them in the past, but even though they say easy tear, when you pull it, it doesn't or you can't lift. But usually on live telly anyway, things don't lift because
No.
that's just television.
live TV, yeah.
I've got used to that now. But it does. See, when I do that, what I'm going to do is get the pokey tool. I want to try and show you how it lifts up the side. There we go. I've got it. Got it?
Perfect.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a big gap at each side. Yeah, these nails don't help, and I should, but I don't want to come with short, messy nails. I think you can see your nails on the telly. Yeah, I call them telly nails. Yeah, look, it's...
So it just gives you more of an easy edge to be able to lift,
yeah,
lift off
you
the
can
back.
get.
So,
yeah. Just make sure that you obviously stick that part down, look straight off like that, easy.
Perfect.
And it's quite sticky. But there's the two different tapes. We'll go through that once you get to them, but they have different uses.
Okay.
And then straight into there. Make sure that's straight. And I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go. Card number 1, done.
Number 1. I didn't put the squiggly lines around, but it's.
Beautiful.
in
Now
there.
remember, the deal today is the highlight, the Hobbymaker Highlight, is all of the stamps and all of the dies. So that's a big, big bundle. 4 sets of stamps, 4 sets of dies. They all match, obviously. $49.99 is your price if you want to go for all of them. That's a massive £90 saving off what you should be paying today. But I did mention before, everybody's budget is different. Not everybody can afford or want to spend £50. So if you just want to spend maybe under 20 and get a set of stamps and dies, they're available in 4 options. Should we go through them? Let's start with these 2. They've all got different names. So this one up here is Garden Memories, the potting bench. So there's your potting bench. You've got the Wellingtons, you've got the watering can. Some of the tools are in there as well that we were using in the demo with Heidi a minute ago. So the artwork in the stamps is brilliant. Lots of the artwork actually has been done for you, like the shading on the potting bench that you can see there. All the detail and the etching's been actually put into the stamp. So all you've got to do is go over it maybe with a watercolour wash or something like that. So that is the first set of stamps and dies. Now normally $34.98. $34.98, but that isn't the price you pay today. So this one is your Garden Memories, the potting bench. We're going to get that price down. TX3574. Let's see where the price is going to go on there. So I've already told you actually where it's going to go. It's going to go down to virtually half that price, down to $17.99. Okay, $17.99 if you want the potting bench, that one there. TX3574 is your item number for those today. And then the next set is your Garden Memories ladder die set. So this one has got that kind of decorative ladder that you kind of display your pots and your flowers on. But you've also got all sorts of other pots and lots of foliage and flowers in there as well. And you basically can really, really enjoy putting your own pots and flowers together if you want to. So again, look at all the detail in the artwork on that ladder. Isn't that amazing? So $34.98 for your ladder. So that's TX3574 if you want that today. Now the previous one, I think we gave you the wrong code for, so apologies. If you want the previous one that's got the potting bench, so the product code is different for that than what we showed. I think we showed them out of order. So here we go. Just so there's no mistake. So this one is your potting bench one. 0800 001 4433. They're all called Garden Memories, but this is the potting bench. The one we just showed you a minute ago was the ladder. So this one's the potting bench. $17.99. $17.99 is your price, not $34.98. It is half price. There's the potting bench one. There you go. OY3527. OY3527. So that's the right item code if you want the potting benches with the watering can and the Wellingtons as well. $17.99. There you go. OY3527. Okay, 2 more sets to go, and then we're going to move on to our adhesive in just a sec. The next one, Garden Memories, this is the wheelbarrow die set. So look at this wheelbarrow, full of foliage, full of flowers. And there's the details for it. That's TX35... Oh, hang on, that's not that one. We're getting the right details up for you, sorry. Here's the wheelbarrow one. There it is. JK3539, and that's got the wheelbarrow. It's got that beautiful collection of flowers there as well. All the individual flower heads, so you can really kind of build up your own displays.
That's that sentiment. You know the sentiment I used? It's lovely, that one.
So that's got the sentiment that we used in there. So there we go. And then the last selection is your wreath die set. So this is the Garden Memories wreath set. So again, that beautiful wreath, it could be a winter wreath, summer wreath, spring wreath, autumn wreath, whatever you want. And all the other flowers, I suppose you could decoupage those, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's what, on some of the sample, I love that one. And I think you've got one there. Give you that one, Dave. There's one there, I think, where, I think it's Sarah, oh no, it's this one. They've set, I can tell they love this wreath.
Yeah.
They go, yeah, that one. I love it, so you can cut them out and layer them up. And what I thought would be nice if you did it in white and then just 3D with a colour. You know, a colour flat, or the other way round.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you could do it sort of monochrome, black and white, or red and green. Do a Christmas, add little gems to it, add a bow. Make it really Christmassy.
Again, the dies are perfect to cut out all the images perfectly for you. So if you want that set on its own, £17.99. Obviously, that's virtually £18 per set. So the best value is to buy all four for under £50, which is exceptional. Should be well over 130. That one, though, if you want that set on its own with the dies and stamps, GI 3585. Now, let's quickly, we've been talking about it, the adhesive rolls. Now, when you see these prices, you are going to be blown away. Which ones should we do first? The white ones? Okay. Now, there's actually 25 metres.
Yeah, on each roll.
On each roll.
It's a lot of
25
tape.
metres, 50 metres, 100 metres, 150 metres of double-sided tape. When the price comes up for this is the tape that's got the extra kind of grab.
Yeah, it's got, yeah. Just make sure you obviously burn it, because I didn't burnish it down. Because when you're on TV, you're rushing. Once you burnish it down, that bit that isn't stuck just flicks up and you can pull it off easily.
Brilliant.
Very
Okay.
easily.
So very easy to use double-sided tape, 150 metres, and wait until you see where this price is going to go. This is the ideal time to bulk buy, stock up while we've got this offer on, because you thought that price was good. Look at where it's going to go. Here it comes, HE3512, £12.99.
That's
For 6
ridiculous.
rolls.
Yeah.
It's just over £2 a roll.
Thing is,
£2,
I
£10.
don't think I can't imagine you could ever use that full amount yourself. Well, that is a lot of tape. I mean, great if you craft with friends.
But if you buy a roll at a time, it runs out so quickly. It's
Yeah,
so
whereas if you've
frustrating.
got them ready, I always have to have a spare with my tapes and things like that. I have to have my spares in the cupboard so that I've got them to go to. I can't run out.
It's £2.10p per roll. This is what Oakwood Archer do brilliantly. They do everything. They do stamps, they do dies, they do adhesive, they do tools. We've just got a trimmer in the show. And when you see the price of that, it's incredible. So that is your double-sided tape for your mats and your layers, all that sort of thing. £12.99 for all 6 rolls. Loads of you coming in for this. Ella's in already, Donna as well, stocking up on this. Now, the hero in the adhesive world has got to be the red liner tape, hasn't it? The red liner tape, we all use it, we all talk about it. When it comes to construction, things like frames and boxes, when you need that extra grab, you need your red liner tape. Now, this, at 5:45 this morning, when I saw the price of this, I thought, this has got to be wrong. This cannot be right. There's 5 metres on each roll, and you've got 15 rolls of red liner super tacky tape. Should be £14.85, so just under £1 a roll. Because you get 15 rolls.
That's fantastic.
What's 15 fives? That's 75 metres, isn't it, of red liner tape?
I mean, I don't know when you'd use them. It's so much. Yeah, and like I say, I've paid £3 for, I've said this before, and I'll tell the truth, I've gone in a shop and paid £3 for one roll when I've needed it.
Look at what we've got it for. 15 rolls, £10.99. That is pence per roll. It's about 75, 80p a roll.
And you'll hear me say, I often say, don't use your red if you just stick in your light card and things like that, because it's more, I usually say it's more expensive, but to be honest, for that price, I wouldn't worry about using it for anything.
Honestly, red liner tape normally is a lot more money than this. It really, really is. And you're all coming in, you're realising it today. Yasmin in Hampshire's in, Ella, Donna, Anne-Marie, Angela, Carol in Cornwall's in as well. £10.99 for 15 rolls. It works out to about 80 pence, 75, 80 pence for 5 metres of red liner tape. I mean, it's an opportunity. You know, I've seen packs before of maybe 3 or 5 rolls, smaller ones, for like 10 to 12 pounds. To get 15 rolls this size, 5 metres, it's all the same quality. Red liner tape is red liner tape. It's extra strong, it's extra sturdy. SM3524. Tell your friends, here's the place today to stock up on all your crafting essentials. under £11. And remember, our postage is always the same every day. One P&P of £3.95, that's all you have to pay. So if you see other bargains like this later in the day, don't worry, you've already paid your postage, that's a delivered price. If you've already bought something since midnight last night from us, that's a delivered price on the screen now of £10.99 without any more P&P to pay. All right, Heidi, well, another great deal. And by the way, can I just quickly mention as well, before we go back to more demos, the trimmer. Now, the trimmer and the scissors from Oakwood Archer, it's a double-sided blade, so it cuts on the up and it cuts on the down.
Yeah.
You've got your measurements on there in inches and centimetres as well. You've got your finger protector with finger guard there as well, and the scissors too. And these are really good quality scissors, good grip craft scissors. Now the price, or the code, is VF3561. VF3561 gets you the scissors and the trimmer. Now this price that we're going to take this to, for just the scissors or just the trimmer, will be amazing, but you're going to get both. How on earth can they do this, Heidi?
I don't know what the price is.
It's coming.
Let's have a look.
We're letting you have this today, both of them, $14.99.
Gosh,
Scissors and trimmer.
it's worth that. I'll be honest with you. I've been with Oakwood a year now, and I've been using this same pair of scissors, and they are, personally, as a crafter that's crafted many years, they are on par with the top.
Yeah. Well, the black titanium coated, soft, good grip handles as well, and you're going to get the trimmer as well included too. Both of them for $14.99. So split it down the middle, $7.50 for the scissors, $7.50 for the trimmer.
And the trimmer, these trimmers are underrated. I think, don't get me wrong, I have a Caterpillar, you know, a big main trimmer for when I'm doing thick card and huge amounts. You still need one of these because what you can use, you can use it as scoreboard.
Yeah.
So if you've got I think we've got the, have we got this on the?
We've got the bone folder.
Bone folder,
Yeah,
bone folder there. Yeah, so you can go down and you can make a creasing for your cards, so you can use it for that. What this does, what the Caterpillar and some of the others don't, you can cut part way. So if you want to cut an aperture, you can put your card in, I don't know if you can see, so you can measure, you can lift it up, take your blade, so you might want to take it 1 centimetre in, cut 1 centimetre, go round. You can cut a clear aperture out. You can't do that with the other trimmers.
It's
That's
great,
what
it's
makes
great
it.
For gutting your cardstock as well. If you do lots of mats and layers and you've got expensive card or your favourite card and it's being covered up, it's a bit of a waste. So if you gut your cardstock, use the waste for something else down the line. This allows you to literally cut the centre out of cards when you're doing your matting and layering and save product and save money.
Don't waste your product because that's the thing, especially when you're using your lovely card, you want gut your card, don't waste it.
Sure.
Yeah, like I say, and if you got this, weighs, it's quality and it does the job, but it doesn't weigh anything. So if you go into a craft club, it's ideal to take with you.
Nice and light.
And the blade I'm still on my first one, I've used it a lot. And I'll tell you what else it's good for. When you're matting and layering, I do get a bit lazy and sometimes I don't want to, if I haven't got time to get my dies out, you can stick on your layer and then if you go in, you can eyeball it.
Yeah.
Eyeball trimming down, you can go in if you go in there and then you can trim down so you've got the same amount around each side, because a lot of people do eyeball it rather than...
Yeah, totally.
We don't always measure. So it has so many uses, and for that price, and like I say, the scissors, I would pay that. I would expect to pay more than that for a decent pair of scissors.
Absolutely right. You're getting both of them for the price of what I prepared, and Heidi would as well, to pay for the scissors alone. So Nicola's in. Hello, Nicola. Barbara in West Yorkshire. Susan in Staffordshire. Yasmin in Hampshire. You're going to get both the trimmer and the scissors for that brilliant price of £14.99. And one thing before we go back to Heidi for another demo, the Teflon flexible multi-purpose tool, in other words, the bone folder, as I was calling it earlier on, this does more than just score, doesn't it? You can use it for all sorts of things.
Yeah, I've always had, I know I've said this before, but as, like as I say, I craft a lot. And I kept seeing on YouTube a lot of the American crafters. I didn't really see the Teflon ones over here for a long time. And mine was just like a plastic cheap one. And it did, but they kept saying, oh, you need Teflon, you need Teflon. And I did pay a lot. I ordered mine from the States because I couldn't find them over here a few years ago.
Right.
And then when I saw Oakwood have got these, I was like, Teflon, it's until you use it and feel it, it's so difficult to...
It just makes it
It
glides over the card.
It just glides and it slides over. And it's hard to, it's one of those things you've got to feel it and use it, but the way it scores, it's just perfection, and it doesn't slip around, it just works perfectly, and they are different to a plastic one. And I'd say they're a one-time purchase, because it's thick, it's not going to snap.
No.
And I would say they would last a very, very long time. And I've never, that original one I still have, but obviously I've got my Oakwood ones now, which I like better.
Absolutely. Well, if you've struggled
they're brilliant.
If you've struggled to find the Teflon coated ones, here it is from Oakwood, $9.99, and once you've got it, you've got it. So it just glides over card and paper effortlessly. Put it to the test and try it for your scoring needs. Whether you're doing your box making and that sort of thing, we need to have that lovely crisp edge. This will make life that much easier for you at under £10. Lots of you putting that in your basket now as well. Okay, demo number 2.
Yeah, so we're going to do something like a quick little demo now.
Right.
So as I was telling you, I have to do a lot of cards. I don't have to. I enjoy doing a lot of cards for the charity shops.
Yeah.
I love doing it. I do for the cancer and for the animals. The best ones really to do if you're doing them for something like that is the C6, your smaller size. But I also want to show that you can also use the tiny dies and bring it onto a bigger card.
Oh.
So this is just a simple background and then 3D of the plants. Now the stamp set I'm using for this one is I love the A5 Garden Memories.
The ladder one, yeah.
Oh, I love this one because I love the topiary tree, and I like that it gives you a variety of pots, but then it gives you all the different tops of flowers.
Yeah.
So you could stamp your pot flat and then put your 3D with your flowers. And I love the little milk carton. I did a card for somebody. I did 3 milk cartons with the lavender, just with a simple inky background. So simple, took me minutes, but it was beautiful.
Well, they let you
Beautiful.
kind of compose the way you want the picture to look, don't
so
they?
you can do your different colours, you can do, whatever you like. I mean, what I've done, and what's great, the dies cut it all out for you. But what I would do is, you know that cheat way I've shown you before when I'm on here, where I just get a piece of card, stamp it all up, I put a piece of card over, press, so you've got every image. It's a little cheat, but I found for me it works if you want to do a lot of images quickly.
Okay.
And I would do your stamping and your die cutting all in one go, and then put them all in, and then you've got them all ready. It's lovely that you
Put
can
in a
go
little
to a
envelope or-
yeah, and then you can go, oh, I can play then. So I'm starting off. I like to make these little mounts. This is about 5x5, because I always think, although no, they're not expensive, I'd rather ruin the piece of card than my card blank, because card blanks obviously are more expensive than
totally.
the blank card. Okay, so for a background, I like to do something very simple. I'm going to grab we'll go for a pink, I think. Let's go for, so I'm just going to grab, because I can never make my mind up. I'm going to go for, this is saltwater taffy. It's just one of the oxides, okay? So all I'm going to do is dab it down on there and then spray a little bit of water.
Just been told, Heidi, the tapes, the red liner tape and the double-sided tape, all absolutely flying out the door.
Oh, brilliant. Well, there's some... It's very difficult because there's something you don't like by... I know it sounds... Because they're not pretty, but you need them. You need the good tools. If you want the results, don't miss out on you. Don't buy cheap tools.
It's a bit like yesterday. I had to go and get 2 new tyres on my car.
Yeah.
I hate spending that sort of money on something you can't... It's not pretty, it's boring.
No, but you need it.
You need it, yeah.
And I've found as a crafter, I've done it. I've tried all the... I think you start and you try with the cheaper things. Then, and this is a prime example. My friend Lisa's done some of these cards. She said to me now she's getting more serious. She comes to me and says, right, what do I need to buy?
Yeah.
She wants the better quality things because they last. And it works better. It's like your card. You buy a cheap, really thin card, you don't get a nice effect. It's not worth it.
No, it's not worth spoiling it.
No. So this is the most easy background you can do. It's just oxide onto a mat.
And the oxide is the one that gives you that kind of chalky finish.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah, as it oxidises. I'm not technical, but and I would say if you haven't got any of the distress ink pads, I would go with the oxides first, just because I think they do more.
Yeah.
There is a place for the ordinary distress. They both have their own little place.
If you've never tried the oxides,
like the oxide.
they're my favourite. I love them.
I remember when they first came out and I was, oh gosh, because they came in 12s, didn't they? And you had to wait. And at the moment, he's doing that at the moment. I've just got the new one.
Right.
I picked it up yesterday, the red colour, what they brought out. So this is where don't waste your ink. So what I'm going to do, I'm just reaching over. So grab a piece of card, any ink on there.
Now, if you want the ladder set that Heidi's using in the demo, then remember that's the die and stamp set together for £17.99. That's on the screen now for you.
And try not to use baby wipes. I have somewhere a tea towel that has gone walkabout. So what I'm going to do today, oh, it was there. So I'm going to use some paper towel, but what I always do, you'll have seen I have a tea, I bet it's fallen out in the hotel room. I always have a bit of soapy water and a spray and a tea towel, and then you can wash it. I'm trying to pull away. I have to use baby wipes occasionally, but they're so bad for the environment and we need to try and, you know, use better things. So I have a spray and just washing up liquid, and then it's gone, all cleaned up. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. My tea towel's gone a little walkabout. So yeah, it probably is. It's just fallen out. So as you can see now, you can go with different colours. You can do what, you know, go where you want with this. So what I want to do, I love when you just do things in a row. I think it looks really pretty. So I'm going to use, I think this would be on this side because we brought it before. There's a tape, 3D tape, and there's little pads.
Okay. Well, all the products that Oakwood Archer have available, there's thousands, are on our website. They've actually got a brand shop on our website. So go to hobbymaker.co.uk and just go to Oakwood Archer, and everything that's available is there, including this that's in the show, but other things as well. So
then what I like to do, I like to choose one for a background, and I can never make my mind up with this, which one. Actually, there's a little butterfly. So this is what I mean. I planned on doing a floral background, but now I've seen the butterfly, I'm going to use that instead. Just grab an acrylic block.
Here's Oakwood Archer's brand page on our website. So if you have a little look there, you'll see everything that's in this show, but also everything else that's available for you as well. So
what I'm going to do, I mean, this is just a tiny, but one element of the stamp set. I mean, there's so many, they really fill the set as well. So this is a tiny butterfly, and what you've probably seen me do this before. What I like to do when I do a background, if I'm stamping an image, I like to go for the same colour, and it all blends in together, and it's so easy to do. So, and I like to second generation stamp as well. Can you just see how subtle that is? If you can see that on the camera, you can see the little butterfly?
Yeah, lovely.
And it's fading away. There we go. Okay, so we'll put that in the background. And then with your stamps, if I'm using the black, I don't always give them a good clean, but if I'm using oxide or anything else, you don't want to contaminate. So this is just a soapy water spray, and pretend this is a tea towel. And just go with kitchen roll. But kitchen roll's better than wipes.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So
well, a lot of you now are going for the big bundle. That's where you save the most money. If you times £17.99, £18 by 4, that works out to £72. So to get all of them for $49.99 is amazing, and that's a discounted price as well. The $17.99, it should be nearly £130, £140 for this set of stamps and dies. You get all 4, all with a kind of garden horticultural theme, kind of a allotment look. Really lovely, and the wreaths are gorgeous as well. There's so much in there, there really is.
Yeah, and what I like with this one, because you can. It's hard to make your mind up which flowers you want to put in which part, because they all work together so lovely. So I don't know what these flowers are actually. I'm not very good now. I know my basic flowers, but I don't know all this. I go for if I like it. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. I love tulips, daffodils. I love all the spring flowers. So what we're going to do, I've gone a little bit on a slant with this one. I've gone. See, I was going straight. This is what you do when you're a crafter. And what you can do this type of card with so many different.
What I love as well is,
see there, they're all different. So you've got tulips, you've got lavender.
I love the fact there's so much intricate design in the stamps. So all you've got to do to add a bit of colour is go over with a pen or a watercolour. Slightly. And you don't have to be a colour. You don't have to be a colorist. And I love and I thought the taupe you could do for Christmas. Yes.
I'd like 3 of those, and then with the 3 bows across on them, 3 bows and a little maybe jingle bell. So many different ways of using them. Yeah, the combinations, this set for me has so many combinations. That's what makes it special.
Terrific.
So we've got the 3, and then what I like to do, you've seen me do this before, is grab just a Sharpie or any pen. You need a chip edge. But I've said don't use your expensive pens for this because it can put a dint into you, the end of your pen. So go for some cheaper ones to do this.
And does that make or give the impression that you've kind of matted and layered?
Yeah, it's a little cheap.
Right.
It's a little cheap. I mean, your black, obviously, matte and layered black card looks beautiful, but especially for TV, if you want to get the effect, or if you want to do cards in bulk, it just sets it off. Now I could do what I did with the other one, and I could go to something in the background, but I think sometimes I like white space. I think white space is pretty.
Don't be afraid of the white space.
No. So I'm using the 3D or the double side, the tape what's on today would work for this, but I just want this to be 3D.
We will remind you of that tape deal we've got before we say cheerio at the top of the hour. So if you've just switched the TV on, double-sided finger lift tape and red liner tape at crazy prices.
It's fantastic because you do your double-sided, especially for matting and layering. It's perfect. So I think for this one we're going to leave. I'm just going to move it a little bit because it's not, and got a bit of manoeuvre with that, so that's good. I like it to be straight. And then all I'm going to do is the simple wiggly lines. I really love this effect. It's the easiest and quickest way to finish a card.
And again, you're not really overthinking it.
Nope, just go.
Squiggle,
Go, and then you can put little lines on it. You can put a squiggle. You can put a heart.
Now, Alex, our producer, just put the details up for the red liner tape. $10.99 for 15 rolls. Each roll 5 metres long. 75 metres of the strongest red liner tape for £10.99. If you bought a roll individually from a craft shop or wherever, how much did you pay for it last time? £3? £3.50 maybe? For one roll. 15 rolls for £10.99 makes it about 80 pence a roll. And there's 5 metres on each one of these. So incredible value. That's why most of you seem to be ordering maybe one, if not one, maybe 2 of these. Because red lining, you come to rely on it so much because it's so strong. But when you run out of it, it's awful. That's when you end up paying the higher price out of desperation. Get it today while we've got it at that incredible deal. And while you're there as well, the finger lift tape that we've got for you too. There's 2, 4, 6 rolls of this, and there's 25 metres of this on each roll.
That is, it's going to I can't say forever because you're not allowed, but it's, I would say, a very long time. In fact, you could share with a friend and you'd still have enough crafting tape for a long, long time.
That's 75 metres if you share with a friend each, or 150 metres in total for £12.99. So if you go for the red liner tape and this together, think about how long that's going to last you. Think about how much you've saved as well. And just one P&P every day of £3.95, no matter how many times you order, no matter how many things you order, whether you order on the website, whether you order on our phone lines, which are free, of course, it's entirely up to you. But get your order in while we've still got those deals, because we've got shows this afternoon. That may not be there. If it's sold out, that'll be there.
Because it's a good bargain, that really is. So this is a finished card. As you can see, that took me minutes.
Lovely.
I've just added a little sentiment. It's very, very simple, but I want new crafters to see that you can get these effects. Everyone can do this. Okay, so if I just hold that up for you, can see that? This is done on a 7x7. I'm doing bigger cards because it just helps with the TV, but don't be scared to do it on the small, it can work on a smaller card, and don't be scared of white space.
Absolutely.
White space is lovely.
White space is cool.
I like white space.
Now, actually, if you've ever looked at cards to buy, which I'm sure you probably haven't for years, but if you do go into a card shop and have a little look and see what's popular, what's in fashion and so on, usually the ones that have got a lot of white space are the more expensive ones.
They are, yes. You find that in your designer shops. If they've got, there is a Facebook group, I think it's called Clean and Simple, and people go postcards on there with little tiny design in them, and they're lovely.
They're great.
Yeah, and especially like you're doing for charities and things, you can do sort of 10, 15 in an hour, do them really quick. But these, if you get these things ready, you can do these really, really quickly.
Well, let me remind you of the main deal. The Hobbymaker Highlight today is from Oakwood Archer. And Oakwood Archer, of course, are a brilliant company that source products from all over the world, lots of different suppliers. And then we bring them all to you on TV as well here. And if you go to the website, you'll see the Oakwood Archer brand page on our website. But the deal today, the Hobbymaker Highlight, are 4 stamp sets with 4 matching die sets. Now they should be nearly £140. Today they are $49.99. Lots of you have gone for the set of 4. I say set of 4, it's a set of 8 because you get 8
Yeah,
packages.
and they work together.
Yeah.
They've done them, so each design. And what you'll find with these as well, they've been very cleverly designed. That a lot of the shading, especially on the workbench, the shading's all been done for you. So you can just colour with brown and it looks as if you've done some really clever colouring work.
Yeah, if you struggle with knowing where the light is and light and shade, all that sort of thing, then the artwork, yes, as you can see, even with wheelbarrow there as well, it's really detailed. So just a light wash of colour, white wash over the top, and it's done for you.
And if I can just show you a reef, can I just show you that? That's the reef cut out because it's so beautiful. I'm going to show you that in the later hour. I just think that's absolutely stunning.
So we're doing this again at 3, aren't we, this afternoon?
Yeah, so we'll do something with the reef then. I just wanted to show you that, how everything's so different.
Well, make sure you tune in at 3 for more demonstrations, or if you can't tune in, record the show. And you can also watch all of our shows back on our website. If you just go to hobbymaker.co.uk, it says watch live now. You can do that, but then it also gives you the chance to watch the show before or earlier in that day, or yesterday, or the day before, or the day before that. So whatever you do, go for the big set. That's where you save the most money. If you just want the sets of 2, in other words, the set of stamps and dies that match, there are 4 different categories, $17.99 each, which would be about £72 if you bought all 4. So there you can see the deal. You're saving another £22 by buying them as a set of 4 if you'd like to. Who doesn't love their flowers? Who doesn't love maybe the garden, the allotment? It could be all of those things and more. You've got everything that you associate with a wonderful floral display. The wreaths are there as well. Have you got a favourite one out of all the designs? Is it the potting bench? Or?
I think, yeah. I think the garden, see, I love the reef, but the garden memories, because I just love all the combinations.
Yeah.
And that milk, that little milk, that milk urn just has me, and with the lavender, I just think and I thought to do little tags, if you're giving somebody seeds or, to make little tags for them, or if you've got, what I thought for lavender, if you've got lavender on your windowsill, or you could make a little sign with, milk things, I just think they're so cute. Yeah, I think the ladder set is my favourite.
Okay.
And you get so much, that's it, you get so many combinations.
Now you're back with me at 1.
Yes, back at 1
different.
with, mixed media.
Mixed media
I
at
love
1.
my mixed media.
Whatever you do, order your Hobbymaker Highlight as soon as you can. I'll see you back at 1 o'clock. Enjoy either Sewing Street or Jewellery Maker. They're both on the way next.